Hey, JulesBlessedVegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. So for the last few days, we've been doing a random act of kindness challenge, which I proposed as part of Advent, which are the 24 days before Christmas when we're preparing for the baby Jesus to come once again into the world. And in essence, these random acts of kindness are little tiny glimpses of Christmas, the best Christmas, the kind that comes with no strings attached, just kindness from the heart. And most of them cost nothing, which makes it super easy. So today, which is day 4, the goal was to open the door for somebody, just to simply hold the door open to ease someone's life. And I got to do that several times, and it was really funny because I was thinking, I think it was in It's a Wonderful Life where they said every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. And each time I held that door open, I kind of heard cha-ching in heaven going, good job, Jules. You just did a very random act of kindness, and it just felt good, which is always the beauty of being kind. It comes back to us 100-fold. So today, it was pouring rain, and I held the door anyway. And I used a parent's life, and then a teacher's life, and then a little kid's life who was on his way to the nurse, and I was just happy to do it. It just felt really good. So the one for tomorrow, which also is completely free, and I want to make sure I get it right, so 1 second, let me pull it up. I have a sense of it, but the one for tomorrow is, this is going to be my talk right now, actually. Give a friend or loved one your full attention. I'll say that again because you may have missed it when you weren't paying attention just now. Oh my gosh, because that's the way the world is going. Give a friend or loved one your full attention. As in, like, pay attention right now. Oh my gosh, there is nothing easy about that one. I like to be able to do that would truly be a gift. It would really be a gift. But as are always true with God, the gift is on you. It's a mutual gift. It turns out that giving your undivided attention actually reduces stress for both parties. Yeah, that's what I love about kindness, is that it just comes back to you, right? All the time. Sorry, I'm like all over the place on here. Okay, so of course I have an article. It's a blog, which I will include in the description of this video. And it is called How Giving Your Undivided Attention Reduces Stress. Giving much needed, non-judgmental advice can be transforming, but one of the simplest and most powerful things you can do for another person is simply to listen, but to genuinely listen. And this is by Equilibrium. I don't know if it's by a real human. It must be by a real human. Some contributor from Equilibrium. It's a play on equilibrium, right? But all about Equilibrium. Okay. Oh, wait. Here is a name. By Jan Bruce. All right. So it says you're sitting with an old friend or colleague and even a business prospect and your phone buzzes. That Pavlovian, meaning Pavlov's dog, right? That Pavlovian response is nearly impossible to ignore. Try it. And so you take a peek. But you aren't just peeking. That quick glance away has caused a disconnect with your conversation partner. And even though you still seem to be listening, you've mentally interrupted that conversation. And not just for that microsecond, because now that you saw the text, you're formulating your response. You're attempting to tune into 2 stations at once, the one in front of you and the one in your phone. But your brain doesn't work that way. Guy, who can relate, right? Even if you think you're just being really subtle, the person you're talking to is like, wait a minute, did she just... Yes, she did. So it says, between the conversation happening now and the one you're having with a dozen other people, it creates an internal cacophony, so tons of noise, right, that never ceases. And not only does it affect your ability to focus, it affects your relationships. Listen, because every time you so much as glance at your phone in the presence of someone else, you put your relationship through death by 1,000 cuts. We have a real crisis in our culture, the infinite splintering of attention, and it's making you more stressed. Wow. So this is actually the goal tomorrow. So it's not a small goal to give your undivided attention. It is an intention and a genuine effort to do it. It says the funny thing is we think we're really good listeners, but not so much. In a post in the U.S. News published by the Huffington Post, Laura McMullen points out that the essential hypocrisy at the heart of this attention deficit and that we do the thing that we hate is done to us. She cites Paul Donahue, an author of Are You Really Listening? Keys to Successful Communication, and Mary Siegel. Most people are very aware that other people don't listen, but they're not nearly as aware that they themselves don't listen. So don't presume you're a good listener. Ooh, that is like, wow. She points out that our rush to fit more and more into a conversation in every second that goes by us, to do things like interrupt, distract ourselves, and engage in problem finding. When you listen just far enough, this happens all the time. When you listen just far enough to hear the problem you can solve, rather than hearing someone out, and it hurts, just as it would if it were you. I know that's true so often, and I'm sure I'm part of that. I am considered a better listener than most, but I can just tell that the person is literally holding their breath because they're about to tell me what they need to tell me instead of hearing me. You know, I've had people in my life like that. And I'm like, are you even listening to me, or are you just waiting to jump with what you want to say? Am I any better? I don't know. Sometimes better, sometimes worse. But anyway, I think you can probably relate to that. I know I can. So it says, one of the mainstays of my stress management philosophy and that of Me Equilibrium, which I founded to help people shift their stress response, is that we can change the way we handle stress. And attempting to do more in every moment isn't the solution. Listening is not only vital to the life of your relationships, when done right, listening strengthens your focus muscle. And the more focused you can be on the activity at hand, in this case, a conversation, the less stressed you'll be because you're not allowing 1,000 things to get in the way. God, yeah, I so get that because I'm trying to think. I'm as caught up in all of it as anybody else. I'm on my phone, but I'm listening to the TV in the background, and I'm thinking about the lesson plan that I'm supposed to be working on, and like all these things are going on at once. And sometimes I catch myself and just go, stop. You guys are way too young, but there used to be this commercial called Calgon, which was like a powdered soap, scented soap that people would put in their baths, and women would take a relaxing bath in Calgon. And so when the chick was all stressed out, it would say, Calgon, take me away. That's how I feel in the midst of all of that. I'm just like, and sometimes I have the grace to just shut it all down, which is so lovely, right? I rebounded with nothing last night. What? I know. It was scary and powerful. It was just me and the rebounder. I didn't listen to TV. I didn't pray my rosary. I didn't do anything. I just was completely present and rebounding. Excuse me. Mama's doing her video. Yeah, I'm doing my video. Same story. Thank you. They know the rule, but it is raining, so it kind of throws them a little bit. All right. So it says, you want to have better focus, better and more fruitful conversations with people who leave you feeling listened to, then you have to practice. So again, it's a bigger random act of kindness than you may have thought, if you really are going to be completely present. So here it is. Give your undivided attention. Giving much needed non-judgmental advice can be transforming, but one of the simplest and most powerful things that you can do for another person is to simply listen. When you do this, this is what happens. 1, express to that other person, be it an adult or child, that he or she is worthy of your attention and respect. Like just you listening tells them this without you saying it out loud. They get this sense. 2, you gain more insight into this person and your relationship. 3, you improve the quality of your relationships, which in turn provides you with much needed support when you're stressed or down. You transform an ordinary conversation to one that fosters growth and higher self-esteem. All right, this is how you can do it. 1, find a quiet place. If need be, take the person aside or into a less highly trafficked area to reduce your chances of being interrupted. 2, put the phone away, and dare I say, turn off the vibration. Nothing undercuts a conversation like a digital distraction. Even keeping it on the table can send the message that this talk is subject to any beep, buzz, or ding. Resist the urge to jump in. Sometimes we interrupt in an attempt to support or assist. Fight this tendency. Say nothing for a few minutes while the other person completes his or her thoughts. And 4, pause. When the person has finished what he or she wants to say, allow a moment to pass before you jump in. It shows that you really were listening. All right. And then they even have a 28-day challenge to offer. I am not going there right now. So, like I said, it's amazing to give your undivided attention to someone. Can you do it? That would be an amazing act of kindness, but as it's suggested, for you as well. All right, my friends, like if you like, join us if you haven't. I would love you to subscribe. I would like to hear in the comments below if you're participating in these random acts of kindness. And as I suggested, if you've just arrived, today's was to simply hold the door open, ease someone's life in some way. And tomorrow is to actually give your undivided attention. I can't wait to try. It's a blessing. And until we talk again, another blessing, know that you're blessed.